Welcome to Bodyworks. This video is put lights on series funding. Before we dive into the what is series funding, it's important to understand what seed funding is. Seed investing is a lot like dating. You're looking for a long-term relationship with someone who shares your values and vision and who you can trust to help you grow, says Dove McCleo. Seed funding is the initial stage of funding that a startup receives to turn its idea into a viable business. It is usually provided by angel investors, venture capital firms, or the startup's founders, and is used to cover expenses related to market research, product development, and other initial costs. Seed funding is critical for startups to get off the ground and move forward in the fundraising process. Series funding refers to the different rounds of financing undertaken by a startup or new business venture after seed capital. Understanding the different stages of fundraising that startups go through is crucial for both entrepreneurs and investors alike. Among these stages, Series A, B, and C funding play a significant role in a startup's growth and success, with each round of funding serving a specific purpose based on the startup's operational stability, growth potential, and funding needs. Series A funding is generally the first or second round of funding for a startup, depending on whether the founder went through a seed round or if the business was self-funded. Startups are expected to have a plan for developing a business model and use the money raised to increase revenue. The investment in Series A is higher than the seed round. Investors require more substance than they required for seed funding before committing to a Series A funding round. Series B rounds are all about taking businesses to the next level past the development stage. Companies that have gone through seed and Series A funding rounds have already developed substantial user bases and have proven to investors that they are prepared for success on a larger scale. The expected capital raised in most Series B funding scenarios is between $10 million to $20 million, depending on the industry. Series 100 funding is reserved for established companies looking for additional funds to help them develop new products, expand into new markets, or acquire other companies. Companies acquiring funds in this series of funding are established quite well. In Series C funding, investors involved are hedge funds, private equity firms, banks, and even other venture capital firms. To put it briefly, Series A funding is dedicated to refining a business model, whereas Series B funding is aimed at extending market penetration. Series C funding is typically sought by well-established companies seeking extra capital to explore new markets or develop new products. Thank you for watching. This video is made for educational purpose. For more videos like this, please follow us on Instagram and YouTube.